eyes, no more tears to cry.
What is up? How's everybody doing? Can you all hear me loud and clear? Yeah, nice Christmas tree, isn't it? So I'm just catching up on the chat over here. Where is everybody tuning in from today? I'm coming at you from sunny Perth, Western Australia. As usual, you guys can't see it, but I can see both my cats running riot in the rest of the house at the moment. Let's just do this. There you go. There's my big ugly mug right there. Trying a different webcam setup at the moment, so hopefully it all looks good. Can't tell if Leon is massive or the guitar is tiny. it's actually an oversized guitar. Let's use the gold standard of things. So this is a Les Paul, and I often joke about Les Pauls looking small on me, right? But it's true. I'm like 6'2", so yeah, I'm slightly bigger than I appear on your phone screen when you're sitting on the toilet in the morning watching me talk about guitar gear. But yeah, this is bigger than a Les Paul. It's a lot lighter because it's semi-hollow. But yeah, I'm blessed with the beanpole gene, put it that way. Let's see, what did people get for Christmas? The great consumption holiday, one of the many great consumption holidays now. I just saw somebody got something pretty awesome. Look at this. Ryan, you got a 1210 for Christmas, my man. How you been, dude? The modulation maestro. So you got it. That's awesome, dude. Needless to say, I imagine you're very much enjoying it, but how are you using it? How are you enjoying it? How does it compare to some of the other Core that you've got in your setup there? So this is a very good comparison, actually, a PRS archtop. So I know PRS with is it the hollow body? What's the difference between the hollow body and the archtop? I think the archtop is spruce, maybe. Maybe the hollow bodies have maple, but similar construction where the back on this is actually carved out of mahogany. So start with a solid piece of wood and then basically just whittle it down. So you've just got a little center block on here. This, for anyone wondering, is a Chilia. And Chilia is actually how Charles pronounces his last name. So out of Sydney, just amazing, amazing guitar. We got some gifts coming in. Sorry, I got my screen over here. This isn't an ideal setup, but it will do for now. The archtop, excellent. That's what we're talking about. So there you go, the Spark, Edge, and Tone X1. I need to get my hands on a Tone X1 and probably just keep it in my guitar bag, because I did a couple of workshops with Larry Mitchell, like some fractal workshops, and he mentioned that his kind of backup is just a little Tone X1 that he keeps in his guitar bag. So yeah, if it sounds like the bigger pedal, it's going to sound pretty fantastic, right? We got some Brazil in the house. What is going on, mate? And I saw we've got some people a lot of people from the Northern Hemisphere as well. We got some people in the States. I think it's pretty early, or is it super late in the UK and Europe? But let's see. Santa bought me a backup FM9. What a ledge. How's that? I don't think you can get much better. If you've already got an FM9, what's the best backup? Another one. And I've been absolutely digging the fuzz pedals in the latest Axe firmware. So, my usual giant Chungus guitar sound. And then you put I think I'm using the triangle muff on top of it. So good for playing that doomy kind of stuff. We've got a super chat from Tim McLean. Can I even read this from here? This is a good question. I've got glare from my lights right on there. So I'm just going to do this one. Thanks for the heads up on the Gift of Tone updates. I got them uploaded. Your live preset is awesome. Thanks so much, Tim. If you want to basically get it sounding exactly the way I had it sounding, go into the cab block and just replace it with my free IR. Same high cut, low cut settings. I used a pair of factory cabs in there, which I think still sound really good. But yeah, this is basically the same preset, just with some extra with my free IR in there. So it's not gonna cost you anything extra, but you can do that. And then you get all the goodness and all the grease, and you get cool stuff like this. Gorgeous. I think I actually added a few extra effects which are in there, like some flanges and a bunch of stuff from the blocks library. So if you like that live preset, swap the IR out, and then you got a bunch of other stuff, or swap it to anything you like. This is an excellent question. Why the SM57 for the vocals? Shahar, because I love sounding like I'm talking in a tin can. That's why. You would have seen the video that I did yesterday was this, and I was editing it, and I was like, gotta get another vocal mic. Literally the only reason I'm using it at the moment is it's the only one I've got here at home. All my other stuff's at the studio, so in a little bit of a state of flux at the moment where we're moving. So I'm at home at the moment, and yeah, I've got a 57. So lucky me and lucky you. You can get the ultimate nasal experience. Let me just have a look at this. This is a good question here. How do you set the UAD to work with the FM9? I have a UAD solo, but I would like to know what should be the best way. Well, what I'm doing, I've got the Apollo X8. So it has a digital input. So I'm taking the digital output of the Axe-Fx and just plugging it into the digital input. So essentially I'm kind of using the Axe-Fx like an ADAT, like an expansion on there. The UA converters are, totally fine. The Axe converters are totally fine. It all sounds totally fine. I'm not sure if the solo has the optical input, but a thing that I do with my Twin, because it doesn't have an SPDIF connection, it's got the Toslink connection, or optical, light pipe, whatever you want to call it. I got a little like $10 converter from Amazon, and I use that to take the SPDIF cable, turn it into optical on there. I think it's by Tendak, Tendak, and it works really, really nicely. Let's see. Leon, are you on a diet? You lose weight? No, I've been at a pretty steady weight for like the last 10 years. If anything, I've put a little bit on, but it's probably because I'm underweight for my height. If you could see my dad, you'd see how kind of like lean and scrawny he is. So yeah, I go to the gym a few times a week, eat a pretty high protein diet, but I just look like a beanpole. So, enjoy it while it lasts. Hey, Kale, what's up, bro? Can you play Kung Foolery? That's a great question. Let me do a little. I'm in the wrong tuning for it, so I know that. I'll give it a shot, mate. I will give anything a shot once. This is good. Before we do that, need more vocal volume. Well, let's do the age-old trick of actually putting the vocal mic close to my face, because that might work. Let's do this. Sorry about all the intermittent noise. This mic stand is a bit cooked. There we go, folks. Hopefully you can actually hear me. There was Kale. I'm going to play that. Stay underweight for your height. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I've had like everyone I meet, everyone from the internet that I meet, they're like, oh, you're a lot taller than I expected. So yeah, it's as if you couldn't tell. That's why I play the oversized guitar, so that I can hide. Ryan, how are the Axe-Fx Core compared to the analog units that you've heard? Really good, I think. As long as you know, I think like any chorus, as long as you sort of like have insight into the underlying architecture of how they work, a lot of like the old Eventide stuff and the Lexicon stuff, they'll express the depth in milliseconds, so how much you're modulating, whereas you just have a percentage on there. So I find that was the thing I had to get used to, where it's like going from, oh, cool, I can put in the exact amount of depth in milliseconds that I want. I want my delay line to modulate from 20 to 23 and down to 17 or something. I think it works in a slightly different way on the axe, but yeah, they're great. And I've spent a bunch of time matching them. Like the dimension sounds really, really good. The tri-chorus is really good. You can do the 2290 chorus style thing in there. You can use the multi-tap delay for like a 1210 sort of thing, which I don't know if I've got on here. Yeah, so the 57 and the 58, it's the same element in there, right? I think the SM7 is actually really similar. So yeah, there you go. What was I going to say? Something about ethereal sounds. Yes. Let's do this. Let's migrate to something ethereal, and then I'm going to try play a song I haven't played since the last time Kale asked for it. Where are we at? Where are all my sparkly sounds on here? Oh yeah, here we go. Something like this, maybe? That's kind of cool. I also like this. Something like that. That's pretty cool. What else have I got in here? Yeah. All this kind of thing. Let's see. On the single coil neck pickup, maybe? Ah, that's what I want. Okay, they weren't the single coils. I pushed that. Okay. All right, that was the humbuckers. And then that's more like it. Garbage. Very, very nice. Very nice. Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting carried away. Kale, I was going to play a bit of kung foolery. And we'll talk about the 2C Plus in a second. I'm going to just see if I can play this without changing the tuning. Let's do this. Oh my gosh, what album is this on? I should know this. All right, yep. Okay, so Ragdoll doing weird funk. Something like that. My dad actually plays the second solo in that song, which is pretty cool. The key changey one. There we go. That's what we want. It's actually kind of easier to play in this tuning. What would you know in shifting everything up? Should have thunk that one when I actually recorded it, didn't I? So let's get back. There was a question. Sad Wings, dudeness. How are you? Merry Christmas to you, mate. Thank you for the super chat. Hope you, A, got a chance to play your guitar, and B, spent some time with the loved ones and everybody else over the holiday season. Absolute ledge. Play a bit of Sarajevo to cap off the season. Man, I really should learn how to play that, shouldn't I? All the diddle 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 diddle. I love those scale runs in there. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm going to cheat and use my phone. Let's have a look up how this is done. Let's do this. Why did that happen? My phone's had this update where I'm so used to, the browser being in a particular place, and it's not always there, which kind of sucks. So, first world questions. Let's see. How do you actually play this riff? Because this is, as soon as it starts feeling like Christmas, have to listen to this song. There we go. Give me that tab. Yeah. Has anyone seen Trans-Siberian Orchestra on this run? I've been seeing all the photos on Angus's YouTube, which is pretty, not on his YouTube, on his Instagram. It looks pretty amazing. Hey, look at this. strange little line, isn't it? What is that? And then what does he go up to all the way up to? Where am I? Love the chromaticism in all of that. So good. Man, it's weird playing something that you've heard a million times but never tried to play before, right? I mean, hey, let's face it, that would be a dream gig, right? You get to play on stage with an orchestra and play rock guitar all night with fire and a whole stage show. So if you haven't watched it, Troy and I did a well over an hour-long podcast with Angus Clark from TSO, and he talks about the whole rig and getting the gig and that kind of thing. It's really, really cool. While we're talking Sabotage adjacent, who has seen that they are going to be touring next year, playing a bunch of festivals? So. Good stuff. Let's see what's going on. Yes, Sabotage. They've got a bunch of European tour dates lined up at the moment, which is pretty amazing. So this one is from Tony. It's 3:10. Where are you watching from, mate? I'm sure you've probably put that in there somewhere. Glad I was still up when you went live. It's that time of the year, isn't it? The days just kind of blend together. What day is it? It's Sunday in Australia. Yeah, I know I have to get on a flight on New Year's Eve and go and play a gig, but aside from that, it's just a big haze over there. What? Shahar, Nevermore is back? I had missed this piece of news. Who have they got on vocals? That's fascinating. Very, very fascinating. One of my favorite bands, especially that early 2000s stuff. That's wild. Obviously, Loomis will be doing it, right? It's kind of his band. So 1 day ago, wow, I got to see this. Guitarist Jeff Loomis and drummer Van Williams are teasing the return of their longtime band Nevermore. Whoa. This is wild. Resurrecting the Dream. New chapter rises 2025. That's pretty crazy. So they haven't announced who is... Johnny Moraes, who played in Worrell's solo band. Dane had a history of addiction, other health issues. His health was already very weak. Instrumental parts for Dane's follow-up, Praises to the War Machine solo, were always completed when he passed away. So this is just the sort of up-to-date thing. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So no news on it, but that's very exciting. I'm stoked for Jeff. I hope they go and play a bunch of packed-out shows and celebrate that music because... man, so many darn good songs and riffs, right? And then, the... God, can I even play the guitar? How does that part go? And then what does he do? It's... Yeah, there's this... I don't have enough frets on this. That was still one of the most devastating displays of sweep picking that isn't on a Cacophony record. How does that sequence go? My gosh. Then he jumps up and there's a 24 fret tap. Yeah, so something like... Do I have a 24 fret guitar handy? I do not. Anyway, this is how not to sweep pick, kids. I love that arpeggio at the start there. Something like that. So that's very exciting. Very, very exciting. Yeah, we do not need to see that shit in the chat. Let's not read that. Yeah, let's do that. All right. Hello from Minnesota, USA. There you go. Right, I'm going to crush through something else for you. Yeah, Godless. That song's called The Psalm of Lydia, by the way, for anyone interesting. Jeff Tate in Nevermore. That would be very, very interesting, wouldn't it? Very interesting. I can hear it in my head. There you go. All right, I'm going to play Rust for you guys. Let's do that.
Every day there's a new way to learn how to hate.
Thank you, guys. Where are we at in the chat? We got Chris from Washington, D.C. We got Alex S. Brett, bro. How are you? How's your Christmas going? How's the weather treating you, dude? All right, here's a dilemma. Let's solve Heavy Brettle's dilemma. Still love that username so much. High-end epi or a low-end alternative? All going to cost over $1,000. Okay. I'm keen to hear what people think, but what I would suggest is, especially with Les Paul style guitars, absolutely play a bunch before you can. I would say maybe hold out and save a bit more cash, and if you can get around 2K to play with, you might actually be able to score like a used traditional or standard around that price secondhand in Australia at the moment, which is pretty good. And, you know, look, I don't care what anyone says, whether you like it or not, but, you know, when you got the big G on the headstock, it's kind of cool. It's cool to see that on there. I'm vain, I'm shallow, I know, but also, you know, if down the track you do want to resell the guitar at some point, they're very easy to sell. Everyone wants to buy Gibsons, so otherwise, there's some good suggestions here, like the used S2 McCarty, used SE DGT will work really well. Yeah, quite a few options out there. I haven't, even the PRS used to do an SE245, which changed the pickups in it, and you've got yourself a killer guitar. Hey, Lupin, what's up, dude? We got some cat floof happening down here for everyone interested. Oh yeah, actually great suggestion as well from Shahar. Sorry for being cliche, but the LTD EC1000 all day, any day. Best $1,000 guitar. Great pickups, great hardware. LTD have great specs, and you know they're consistent as well. Hard to go past. Hey John, how are you, bro? Hope you're enjoying your festive season, mate. And you got, you know, at least a couple of hours off work, at the least. You know, just a little bit of time to celebrate there. What does Brett say? I'm thinking a new Gibson Studio. Yeah, I mean, it's weird that, I mean, you know, nothing's cheap anymore, right? But yeah, seeing a studio for $2,500 is confronting, right? I would still say if you've got that much to spend, look for a used one. I mean, if you wanted to buy a new custom in Australia, it would cost you, it's going to set you back 6.5, 7K. And I got really lucky with mine, bought it used and didn't pay anywhere near that. So yeah, there's definitely keep a lookout, and absolutely, if you buy a Gibson, you buy a Les Paul, play it before you try it. I find they're one of those guitars where you can play 10 Les Pauls and they'll all be slightly different, and a bunch of them will be really good. A bunch of them will be okay. You might get one or two duds in there. So, have 3 seconds here and there. There you go. Just a breath here and there. So, yeah, the SE Zach Myers is another good shout as well. That's the semi-hollow style thing. Awesome guitars. So yeah, good suggestions. I pretty much agree with all of those. S2 is worth it for PRS. Yeah, I mean, they do an S2 single cut as well, right? Which looks pretty banging. And what's the other one? The Vernon Reed. Oh, the Vela, or the Vela, as we'd say it down here. Yeah, it's man, I should grab my Les Paul, shouldn't I? Let's do that. And thank the very clever people who came up with these silent jacks, because now I don't have to hit the tuner mute every time I swap guitars on here. So the big old beast. All right, this is going to give me a leg cramp. Oh, yeah. Oh, who's saying stuff? Oh, dude. So Mike Nielsen has a really nice R8, and I played that when I was in the States recently, and it really made me want an R8. I think they're my favorite of the reissue Les Pauls, like the plain top, sunburst, big chunky neck. They do the thing. Oh yeah, that's a neck pickup. Far out. Ooh. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a good one. It's a good one. The Living End. Yeah, man, that's like the soundtrack to my childhood, isn't it? Just hearing Prisoner of Society for the first time and thinking it was the wildest thing I'd ever heard. I actually met Chris recently, which was kind of spun out. Yeah, that was really, really cool. And he's a great player as well. It's interesting that they kind of do a like Green Day meets Stray Cats kind of thing. But yeah, pretty legendary Aussie band and great live band as well. Yeah, what they do is a lot more difficult than I think people give them credit for. Yeah. So the pickups. These are Burstbuckers. I'm pretty sure it's a Burstbucker 1 and 2. So previous owner, shout out to Kush, he gigged this guitar for a solid decade. And yeah, changed the electronics. So the pots have been replaced. The bridge, I'm pretty sure all the hardware's been replaced as well. And yeah, you put Burstbuckers in it. And I was like, I'll probably take them out and put something else in there. But no, these are staying. They sound amazing, especially, the going from the rhythm thing. And then the lead neck pickup. It's just got the thing, doesn't it? It just sounds very, very good. Very good. Here we go. This is a good one. Gibson Pro V Standard for 2300. It plays and looks amazing. Yeah, I still think the Vs and the Explorers probably the best value Gibsons out there. For what I like, I know SGs are a thing. I've played a few SGs I really like, but I always find when I see photos of myself playing them, I look weird. So, yeah. No, probably... Oh, Brett, if you don't have an Explorer, they do the Gibson thing really, really, really well. Hi from Jakarta, bro. Same time zone. You're just that way from me. That's pretty wild. Couple of pedals after a few months. Ah, dude, excellent. I thought, who else do I know from Jakarta? I hope your festive season's been well, mate. I hope you're enjoying yourself up there. Yeah. What else is news? When are you back in Perth? Let me know. Try a Firebird. Yes, agreed. Firebirds are like the biggest, fattest Strat sound you've ever heard out there. So I'm tiny and Explorer's too big. Didn't they do like the Explorer Pro or something with a scaled down body? But no, everyone looks cool with an Explorer. It's impossible not to look cool with an Explorer. People wanted to hear some Blue Murder, and I wanted to hear some Blue Murder. What is that? I'm in the wrong tuning. You get that on the big jobs? Okay. It's an E. That minor third up key change from the Sykes Machine. Also sounds like Welcome to the Jungle intro, yeah. So, I mentioned this earlier, but I'll mention again. Burstbucker 1 and 2 in here. So, they sound really good, right? Like, really, really good. Even clean as well, you know, if you want something... I really like it with... Where's my presets? Here we go. Like an AC30 style thing. Here we go. Yeah. So... I say clean, I mean cleaner. You can... Humbucker cleans it sound good. Quite nice. And then, yeah, you know, you go full Chungus Among Us. Oh boy, this is good. I'm going to take a few more questions and maybe play a few more things while we're here. Yeah, the Sykes Machine, right? It's just, everything about it is good. Everything about it is awesome, right? Sykes, absolutely the whole package, you know, ridiculous chops, great singer, excellent songwriter, so many classic riffs, good looking dude. You know, when people are like, what's John Sykes done recently? It's like, man, who cares? He doesn't have to, he can do whatever he wants. It does not matter. He's done it all and then some. So I saw, what's the channel called? 8 Bomb Custom Shop. So a guy who relics Les Pauls. He made a guitar for John kind of like a 59 replica, and it looked pretty amazing if you haven't seen that video. Did you ever get into Children of Bottom? Yeah, dude. Oh, man. Yes. What was the Hate Crew Death Roll? Yes, that album. I remember going to my friend's house, the resident goth stoner friend everyone has in high school who liked Cradle of Filth, and he was like, man, you got to check out this band. They're about like the names because of these like murders that happened at this lake, and then just hearing them do their thing, all the insane thrash meets just great guitar solos. Like Alexi's such a good player. And he's passed, which kind of makes me feel a bit glum. They had vibe, that band. They always had that kind of edge. I never got to see them live, which I regret. Something wild, yeah. Hey, look at this. We've got Diego from Chile. Have a great year. I love your channel. And thanks for all the hard work. Thanks, Diego. I appreciate that, mate. I hope you have a great year coming up as well. I'm going to play. What am I going to play? I'm going to drop my pick. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab another guitar and I'm going to play another Ragdoll song for you. Yeah, man. He did, like, way too young. Does anyone remember that? Let's do this. There was like a Guitar World mag with Alexi and Zach Wilde and someone else on the cover. Like, was it Steve Vai or Malmsteen? Always seemed like an interesting dude, maybe a little bit tormented by his upbringing and stuff like that. So yeah, tragic. Randy, mate, thank you so much. What's your favorite Synergy module? I'm running a Syn 2. I notice the high gain modules are a bit harsh and fuzzy. Well, I have many a favorite Synergy module, Randy, and thank you again for the super chat, mate. I appreciate it. My absolute favorite is the Uberschall, for the main reason that it doesn't sound like any of my other amps. It doesn't sound like the real Uberschall that I played, but it's just got this thing going on. I think the 5150 is a really good sounding module, the SLO module. My other recommendation would be the 2CP, if you like the Mark series thing. I recently just did a video with mine, again, because people were talking about the 2C Plus reissue from Boogie a lot. Let's get this. That'll do. So I think if you want the super tight focused thing, the 2CP is great. And watch my video that I did with it if you want help dialing it in. Or I really like the Uberschall. It just does a thing. You don't really need to take the gain past 9 or 10 o'clock on it. And there's a switch on there called Schizo, which makes everything tighter and more aggressive. It's pretty great. Pretty great. Can I play Lay It Down? Yeah, I can do that. Randy, the other one as well that comes to mind that if you like, depends what Frayette module you've tried, but I think the Deliverance is a solid choice as well. Such a darn good riff. Can you change tuning with the FM9? I notice you're playing in different tunings. You can, yeah. There's something called the Virtual Capo on there, which is a polyphonic pitch shifter, so you can take the guitar up to like an octave and down an octave polyphonically as well, so play chords. I think it tracks really, really well. The other equivalent thing out there that does that is a Digitech Drop, but it only goes down. It's pretty amazing. Did somebody mention the Powerball? Yes, that Engel Powerball module is pretty good. But here we go. Be like some Powerball. Powerball is the one. Even swap the tubes. Yeah, it's an interesting, like, I've never played a real Engel that I love, and the Powerball wasn't necessarily the sort of sound I go for, but I think it's got its own thing going on. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. I mean, this is the double-edged sword with the Synergy setup, right? You get something and you get really excited about it. You put it in your try and you're like, I can just get another module. So it's awesome that you can just swap modules out if you don't like them, but then you feel like you got to go out and try every single module to find the one that you like, and you're going to dial them all in really similarly anyway. So yeah, my favorite one is the Uberschall. That just makes me happy when I play it. What would my second favorite be? Probably the 2CP. And then, depending on the flavor of high gain you like, if you like more of the big, thick 80s thing, the Soldano. If you like more of the kind of early 2000s metalcore thing, 5150 module is really, 6505 module is really good as well. You guys are being super generous today with the supers. Thank you so much. So Joseph, again, I got that blur happening. Happy New Year, and thank you for the kind words, mate. I hope you have a great 2025, full of loud guitar noises. What are you jamming on at the moment? Let me know. Do I use pedals more than plugins? Probably neither. I use the Axe effects the most by a country mile, especially being here at home as well, because it's just easy to plug in and get the sound. Oh yeah. Let me just... There we go. Let me get this low C dialed where I like it. That's a bit loud. All right, I'm going to play you all another one. This is for everyone who's chucked in a super. This is awesome. Let's do the Leon Todd theme music.
Right
fun. Immensely good fun. Alrighty, let me just catch up on the chat here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's click ahead over here. Super chat hiding. Oh, well, that's a bit dumb of me, isn't it? I could have done this. Da, 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 da. There you go. Thank you, Mark. You're a champion. Appreciate that. Yeah, there's a lick in there that I love playing. So there's a little modal interchange thing happening with the chorus where the one chord is major, basically. So you play this kind of Paul Gilbert-y. I love that. There's a major third. I don't know what I play there, I just tuned it. Major. I mean, where did I get that lick from? Thank you, Marty. So that's the thing going on there. Yeah, so this is the trade-off. You know, do you want... Very important, grabbing that. Now, what is that, the ninth? Yeah. Hey, you dudes are being really, really kind today. The cats are going to be well fed after this live stream. Thank you, Greg. It is Greg. I'm reading that correctly. I didn't bring my glasses with me. Oh my God, listen to that. Disgusting. Yeah, alrighty. What that tuning notes actually C. So C, D, C, F, A, D. Drop C. That hence the big. One semitone off a 7-string, right? So yeah, that's what's happening there. Someone asked about hexatonic licks. Okay, cool. So hexatonic. Most people, well, I don't know if people are aware of this. Anyway, the standard, I guess there are many hexatonics, meaning 6-note scales, just like there's many pentatonics, but a standard one would be adding the second degree to a minor pentatonic. So if you've got A minor, add in. Now, top tip, do this as a 3-note per string pattern. So you have. I'm going to just take this off there so people can see. So you have, what is that, in the key of A, it's really going to sound like G, but your fingering pattern would be 12, 14, 15, 12, 14, 17. So all your standard 3-note per string stuff, you know, if you've got, can become, or you have this shape. So I like doing stuff like hexatonic-y things. down, or... Stuff like that, doing it as a 3-note per string shape is pretty darn sick. The other thing is you have your kind of, EJ, Joe Bonamassa thing. So you take a standard pentatonic lick and go... Or that kind of thing. So it's worth noting as well that 3-note per string shape, it's an octave pattern. So you take the same fingering, an octave. That, kids, is the trick. I feel like that's a good cheat code to get something that doesn't sound as predictable as a standard 7-note scale or something like that. The other thing I really like, this is my little roadmap, combining, so I guess it's technically a 7-note scale, but you take the blues scale and add the ninth. And you get this little zone, like if we were in... this. You move up. Which I use a lot. A lot. Again, it's an octave shape, so... They're my two tricks. I use them all the time. All the time. Like everything good, it's something I stole off Paul Gilbert. I think he's like, I play a minor scale without the sixth. I was like, that's a hexatonic. Mind blown. You can do the same thing with a blues scale, right? So yeah, there you go. I've given it up. This is this is how I play guitar, basically. We got the best question. I've been waiting for this. Have I been watching the Border Gavaskar Trophy? Of course I have. How's it going at the moment, actually? Because it was India came back in a big way. Ooh, Australia 6 down for 116. Man, Bumrah is pretty unstoppable. I would not want to be out there facing that guy. So what's the scorecard? Yeah, what are they up by? 226. India could win this one. They bowl him out for less than 300 lead. Oh man, he's ripped through him. Head scored 1. Marsh has got to get dropped, right? He's not holding his own with the bat and not bowling either. So yeah, it's up to It's up to Labuschagne and Cummins, I guess. How crazy. Do I like Sam Consis? I thought he batted awesomely on the open day. That was really fun to see. But I'm a big Nitish Kumar fan. That was pretty awesome. Seeing his dad in the crowd, that's what it's about, kids. That was awesome. Sweet. So yeah, good to see some cricket fans in there. 2/9 plus flat 5. Timothy is on it as well. So very cool. All right. I think I'm going to finish this up. What's the time? It's midday here in WA. Yeah. So yeah, the hexatonic thing, the thing that I like about it is, for me, coming up, doing all the neoclassical, trying to do all the neoclassical stuff, you can just repurpose sequences you already know, but they sound less predictable. So, if you've got something like an Ingve style, you get the big intervals. What am I doing? Especially if you're doing the legato thing. And then you can... if you're obviously the kind of jazzy thing, it's nice because you have that sort of like more a piano-like approach where you have all your stuff siloed into octaves. So yeah, it's very, very cool. Alrighty, gang, I am going to turn in. I'm going to play these mysterious Holdsworth style voicings while they do that. Hope you all have a fantastic Sunday and enjoy the rest of your new year. And I will see you all on another live stream in 2025.